G'day folks, Parkera here and welcome to the first games of the Promised Land, I guess, in the Premiership. We'll get into the proper intro shortly, but before, the reason you're seeing this mug in your face right now, it's got just a couple of new subscribers in the last 24 hours. So this little section here has been recorded on the 27th New Zealand time, so it's a little bit after I've recorded what you're going to see, but I just sort of take this opportunity before I edit and things in, just to thank 2 of the new subscribers. So this puts me, if I recall now, 2 or 1 away from the 100 followers. I should have got that information before, really. But I just want to thank Jack in the Vlogs for a follow, a subscribe in there. We'll try and remember to put a link down in the description to his Twitter, so you can go and follow him as well, and his YouTube. So I appreciate the subscription there, and hopefully you'll enjoy what you're seeing. And also apologies in advance if I butcher the name, Xander Francois. I think I might have got that right. Yep, thank you also for your sub. I really appreciate you guys coming on board, and hopefully you'll enjoy the journey that we have with Clyde, and also maybe check out some of the other content that may be coming your way shortly with other games and things as well. All right, that's enough jibber jabber for this old fella, because the episode is going to be long enough as it is. We'll see ya. See ya. G'day folks, Parkera, and welcome back to Up the Bully Wee with Clyde FC. We have, again, this is the kickoff, our first game of this season in the Premiership. But before we kick into today's doubleheader against Celtic and Hamilton, let's just touch on a few things that we've done here, if we can. And yeah, so we have the pre-season Bedford Cup. We finished 3rd. We really killed ourselves because of goal differential. And this game here against Ayr, where we lost, we should have been a draw there, really, and we would have actually probably gone 2nd and maybe qualified. That was a good result for us, picking up 2 points for that St. Miriam game. But the last game of the season, they just thrashed Queen's Park 11-0. Game was out of our hands. We had a friendly scheduled against Rochdale, but that was cancelled because of these fixtures, unfortunately. But let's get into the Premier League. We are currently 2nd in the league, only thanks to 2 games. Now, if you recall the season odds before, at the end of the last episode, the season preview, if you watched it, we're 1,000 to 1. There was about 3 teams who were the same odds, and 2 of them, well, it was us, Dundee and Dunfermline. So these games here were very vital to get the results, and we did. We managed to get a nice 2-0 win away against Dundee United. Tiffany with a 62nd minute penalty and a 90th minute goal there. They had a player sent off early doors, towards the end of the first half, and a pretty decent attempt too. But yeah, it was a good result there, really hard fought. Dunfermline, this is another good solid winner at home. Craig Hunter and Tiffany on the goals. 2 early goals. I thought, okay, this is going well. We could get a few here, and then nothing happened. I think they pretty much just closed up shop. We had opportunities. We're not the polished thing. We've got a few players in, which I'm going to touch on too at the moment. We'll show you who we've got, and we've got some more transfers to come, I believe. But we'll just have a quick look at some of the transfers that we have come in since you were last with us. So it was all these freebies that we touched on. So we've got quite a few freebies, and we've had a few players go out on loan. So Matt Ritchie here, I think he was the last one. Yeah, so a couple of old geezers, they were on loan with trial with us. They got released by their Premiership clubs, and we took them on really and got them mainly as a backup. This guy, Matt Ritchie, can play on either wing. His pace is going to be the issue there, but I think mentally he's got some good mental stats, really good work rate, and natural fitness, which is interesting. And I think he'll come in handy when we need him. At this stage, we haven't needed him either. Came on as a brief sub in the Bedford Cup. But, it is what it is going to be. He is on a rotation contract, so he knows his deal anyhow. So, and I believe it's him who is retiring at the end of the season. Let's have a look at my dynamics. Yeah, so he's retiring at the end of the season. So he was only signed for a 1-year contract anyway. So I'm pretty happy with him. I think he'll be looking good. And the other old geezer we signed, no, this is someone else, Ali Colley. So mainly for the reserves, this was signed by my youth assistant, and I just let it go through, really. 20-year-old. We'll see. We need some players in the reserves and the youth, so, I mean, he's got some decent physicals, but you know how it is. The other old fella, Richard Tate, fullback. He can play on either here as well as wing back. Prefers the right. Yeah. You'll see here he is pretty much better than the one we've been using, which is Grimmer. And again, his pace isn't too bad. I mean, it's low, it's 6, but his other stats will make up for it. Really good leadership. Not bad positioning. Natural fitness, I mean, for 16 for crossing. So he will get it through ahead. He's played, again, one substitute from the bench in the Premiership and 2 Bedford Cups. Again, not used enough to really do the job. But I think he'll come in handy for his experience when we need him under Kosh, and also just rotation as well. We can use him for some of the cup games and things like that. Ryan Walker. Now, I believe this is another youth prospect, a 19-year-old, so a stricker. Yeah, another one kind of instigated by my head of youth development, and I just pushed it through. Decent pace about him. Finishing's not too bad. And again, he's only 19 years old, so I think he'll come in handy for the future. Maybe not necessarily a first teamer, but it's just to fill out the squad in the reserves and lower. Lewis Ferguson, you may remember this guy. He's been on. He had been with us a couple of seasons ago on loan. Did quite well for us in the championship. So we finally managed to get him back on a full basis here. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how he's going to work out. He is the assistant. Not assistant, he's our vice captain, and yeah, I think fairly solid all around, really. Nothing really stands out, but I think when it comes to it, it's good. It's going to be good off the ball, good teamwork, really good work rate there. Fairly aggressive, and we found that out in the last game. But I think, good passing, tackling technique, I think will come through. Bedford Cup stats 6.7, but he's played in the 2 last premierships and average rating of a 7. So again, not too bad. Going forward, and I think he'll be there. And ranks of central midfielders is quite big now, but it is what it is. Craig Hunter. Now we splashed the cash for this boy. We've paid 525,000 for this winger. You may look at it and go, what the? But his physicals are fantastic. Natural fitness is 17, really fast, good stamina, good strength. He can jump a little bit too. Good crossing, can dribble, which we'll pick. First touch we're going to be working on, as well as his passing. But really, a good technique here, really good work rate. So, and I think he's going to really work out for us. He's really started only 1 appearance so far, and he got a 7.4. Admittedly, he hasn't really been tested, and it's still early doors, but a 7.53 as well in 2 of the Bedford Cup appearances. So I think he's going to be definitely one, and he's only 21 years old, so with any luck, he's signed until 2029. So we've got him on the books for a few years yet, which will be quite handy. Then we have Liam Kelly. Yep. So goalkeeper, he's actually rated better than equal to Connell Truman. So he's mainly number 2. I'm going to start rotating my goalkeepers to give Connor a few games off, like mainly in cups and lesser games, just rotate them through. Again, I'm pretty happy with him. Communication's not the best and things like that, rushing out. But overall, I think he's going to do the job for us. Average rating of a 7 for 2 appearances in the Bedford Cup. Again, can't really complain too much, and I think, he's got some good ability there about him. And it cost it was basically 92k or free, really. And then Chris Sutherland on loan from Aberdeen. The reason we got this guy on loan is because a defensive centre-back position is probably just as bad as Manchester United's at the moment. Apart from Finlayson, we really don't have anyone who's adequate or can do the job. Finlayson's been injured. We do obviously have Sheeran, but he's been knackered a lot. He's struggled for fitness, needs to be rested a lot. So I got this guy in on loan. He does rate quite highly, actually higher than Finlayson. Not bad for a 19-year-old little kid. 13 heading, 13 marking, and 12 tackling. Good positioning at 13. Good decisions, and he's very brave as well. And a decent amount of pace with him, and a good work rate. So I'm pretty happy we got him on loan from Aberdeen, our former parent club. Danny Foxley, 18-year-old right back. He's just again one that the youth development guy brought in to fluff the pillow, really. And Anthony Ralston, we just recent addition as a right back. We do have Tate, which I bought in, but again, Tate's only on a 1-year contract. So this guy is long term. I've got him until 2029. I think he looks the goods. He's actually rated higher than Grimmer, so he will probably come off the bench today. Really good physicals. Really happy with all that. Good pace about him. Good stamina. Fairly good natural fitness. Positioning is it could be better, but we are working on that, as you can see, with his, as well as technique and passing. And he can cross the ball and dribble as well, and his marking, we're working on it. But I think he's going to do the job, for us. In terms of Grimmer will be probably the start. This guy will come on just a little bit later, maybe the second half, depending on how we approach things. But I think I'm pretty happy with that as well. So let's get into the episode. Everyone else is loaned out, and we just got rid of Scott Manson. Doesn't really matter, on a freebie. So yeah, that's all our loanies. So without further ado, let's kick into today's game, shall we, folks? Celtic are on target, obviously the big mighty Celtic, and we'll do an auto number 20 for Anthony Ralston. Yeah. So we are third, Celtic are second going to this, but of course our first 2 wins of the season don't really do anything for us or tell us much about anything. So let's get into today's match. I should have shown you the squad. We'll do that momentarily. We're going to pick up where we left off. Okay, that's good. Team today is, just go back, we've got Truman in goal, we've got Grimmer on the right, we've Seddon on the left, Sutherland and Finlayson central defence, Madiganga, or whatever, as our anchorman or deep line playmaker in this tactic. Ferguson as our advanced playmaker, and Irving. We've got Hunter on the left with Tiffany as ever present on the right, and Hardy again up front there. Giving Hardy some goes. He hasn't scored any or many goals at all, actually. I don't think he's scored any, maybe one. But he's doing a lot of stuff, getting the other guys into play, and I'm just noticing that. So, I think that's quite important too. And as we kick off into today's episode, so this is the first game of the first live comp, and we straight away under the pump, almost. Okay, so that's the team. Yep, we've got everything under control. We'll just see how we go and see if we can last. We've lasted 5. I mean, hey, last time we beat Celtic, and I'm surprised it didn't come up in the who's it called? Press conference. We beat these buggers, right? We took them out of their cup. So this is league. They'll be taking this a bit more seriously. Definitely taking us more seriously after the cup effort. So it'll be interesting to see. But we've managed to survive 12 minutes, and we haven't conceded just yet. But I'm probably going to just, jinx it as Tiffany gives away a free kick on the edge of the area there. And that's hopefully we can just, as Truman is it's wide, so that's all good and dandy, handy mandy. Nice. Okay, yep, Finlayson under pressure straight away, back to the goalkeeper. All right, let's go for it. Can we keep the possession? No, back to Celtic, who are on straight away. Good save, Truman. Two missed interceptions there. These guys are, we're going to go from positive. I think we're just going to drop down a little section to balance for a bit. We've given them a free rein here. He'll probably, no, good block. Can we get to it? No one wanted to. Finally, somebody did. I think it was Finlayson just decided to give the ball a good old smack. So we're doing so well. Like I said, I think we'll do. I think we'll just miss. I think we'll avoid relegation. Have I finished all round the keeper? Nothing we could do about that. That was coming. Would have liked. Never mind. It is what it is. 1-0. 1-0. Well, we don't want to see that again. So, but yeah, I think we'll finish 10th, maybe 9th. I'll be surprised if it's any higher, to be honest. I mean, good start. and that was important to get those two games early, and also to actually win them, because those two teams are the teams that we should be beating, and that's the aim going forward. So if we can, come away with wins against those teams, it's 6 points, isn't it? As Irving goes to Madiganga. I don't know. I butcher names. Back to Ferguson to Irving. Back to Ferguson. Ferguson to Tiffany, goes nowhere, back to Irving, Fergie, who finds Grimley, crosses the ball, comes in. What a goal from Hunter. Lovely cross by Grimmer there, and Hunter, he knows it, he loves it. There you go, son, 525k value. Yeah, banging it in, better there. Okay, so we find our equaliser. Well, that is good. It's not going to be easy for you, Celtic. We're not going to make it easy, I tell you, by crikey. So 30 as we approach the half. I mean, yeah, okay, we've had 2 shots on goal, 1 on target, and that was the goal compared to the 8 and 4. Possession, we actually are winning the possession game here, which is good. Yep, it's pretty much even Stevens. We're slightly ahead in tackles, fouls, which I don't really care, or passes complete, whatever the line is. And that's half time, 1-1 at the half. I am pretty happy. I hate how these don't. I just want them to stay where they are and not reset to some jimba jamba, pretty much. And I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to, never mind. All right, so much for a chit chat. Never mind. Maybe some things are best left unsaid. As Celtic have got the ball. Oh my goodness, I wouldn't even know how to say that. McGregor, he's looking. Goes back to Jarinsky. Back to McGregor. He's going to try and hoop it long, but Seddon is there. He's got support. If he looks, no, he's just going to flick it forward. Waste of possession. Really a waste of clearance, to be honest. And they'll go down through, and he finds Mario, and he flicks it home. We couldn't close him down there. Really disappointing with that. I think we should have got a tackle in or done something. Who was at fault, really, here? I mean, it was a good big hoof forward. Celtic playing long ball. Yeah, Mario. And I really think, I mean, yeah, who we have here? Finlayson and Grimmer. I think Finlayson could have done a little bit more, maybe stuck a leg out and just hope for hell that it deflected the ball. But it is what it is. So 2-1 to Celtic. That's the first half. Well, second half underway. Why is that going on there? Who knows? So we haven't done any shouts. I'm just going to tell them to let's get some creativity going, fellas. Let's inspire them. Let's be, I'm not going to go gung-ho on them. I think we're doing okay. We're going to go positive a bit here now. What? You're going positive? Just for a bit. Let's just shake it up. And we're going to make some changes here to our defence as well, if I can. If it will let me. So, yeah, Grim, anxious. You're playing anxious, Finlayson. Sutherland is going to come off for Sharon. And I want to take Grimmer off, even though the goal scorer. I want to bring Ralston on now for this. Yeah, he's just not as defensive much of a player, but he is going forward. And Tiffany is having a good bad game, but so is Hardy. So I'm going to take Hardy off and bring in McKay for this as well, as we go into the remaining 15 minutes of this game. And we're just going to tell them, I'm going to tell them to push forward here, lads. They're motivated and fired up. That's good. 85th minute, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and that's the injury time or extra time. And that is doing last goal. Come on, man, can we do this? Have we got time? Let's not muck around here. That is it. Too late. Not a bad result, though. I'm pretty satisfied with a 2-1 loss at Celtic Park, away to Celtic. Sure, it doesn't repeat the miracle at Celtic Park as last season in the Cup. But this is the league, and Celtic take the league seriously. But hey, pretty good going, 2-1. They certainly didn't run over us. I can't fault your performance, lads. All right, folks, that's that. We'll see you for the Hamilton game. And we're back for the Hamilton game. So only a couple of slight changes to this team. Kelly comes in for Truman in goal. Ralston starts instead of Grimmer. Grimmer goes down to the bench. Finlayson, Sutherland in centre of defence. Seddon obviously on the left. Madianga as our anchor man, Ferguson and Irving in the centre there, Tiffany and Hunter as our attacking wingers, and McKay starts instead of Hardy. I know I mentioned last time Hardy's doing a few things off the ball, but he's not putting things in the back of the net, which is kind of what his job is. So let's hope McKay can do a little bit more of that today. So let's go into it. They're playing a 4-3-3. I'm going to just encourage the lads and a couple of greens there. And I'm going to go defences. We're going to go, I've got faith in you. I've got faith in you, and you've got faith in you. And let's kick off into it. Right, so we kick off. It's a bit rainy today. We are playing in the white, and that was the usual kick-off highlight. Only game of the round today for us. So yeah, it looks like it's we get a game before everybody else today. So interesting. So we'll see how we go. Hamilton, what are they? 7th? Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not expecting, even though we're currently showing as 3rd, I'm not expecting to beat these lower teams because we just got lucky with our first couple of games. Well, not lucky. Yeah, we got lucky that we drew the other weak teams in the league, and we took advantage, thankfully. So that is a corner. I wasn't too sure there. I did think the goalkeeper might have fluffed it out, and he did. But nothing else comes of that corner there. Wasted opportunity, really, as we do bugger all. We are going to demand some more from the lads. And that should be yours. Oh, nah. Irving, back to Seddon. Goes long, does find a McKay. He's got some pace, and good save by the keeper. That's good. That's what our attackers should be doing, getting to those spots. And McKay's got a little bit of pace about him. So Tiffany now with a corner. It comes down to Finlayson, and he strikes it home. Nice strike there. I say strict for fun. He scored against his old team. Hey, la 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 la. Captain fantastic there. Yep, and nice. We're good to see that again. And yep, cleared out, and then Finlayson's Johnny on the spot and just slots it home. Nicely done, son. That's how we like to see it. 1-0 to Clyde, 32nd minute. That's good. Okay, Tiffany now with a corner again. And no one there, but we do get it to Irving, who, come on, cut inside McKay. Oh, it would have been nice. A little bit of curl there, could have crept in, but didn't do nothing. That would have been nice second goal early on. But as we push into the second half, half time, this time I'm going to make sure we just have a team talk. Yep. Right button. Okay, I'm going to encourage the team. We are calm. I'm happy with things are going so far. Let's keep it up, lads. Everyone is doing well. Kung Fu fighting and all that jazz. And then we're going to kick-off highlight. Unless, yep, that is just, it is what it is. This is a kick-off highlight. So this is a bit of a long video, double header. I've added transfers at the beginning, but you know, that's how it is going forward. Going to try and get through the season relatively an amount of shorter episodes. I'm not going to focus on the cups unless it's a massive tie in later rounds now. So Scottish Cup would be probably semi-finals, and well, that's the only competition really now. I think it's just we won't focus too much on that, and we'll just get through the league. And like I mentioned before, in the league, I'm just going to touch on some of the bigger teams like the Rangers match. And try and double head it if I can with, say, St Johnstone, Aberdeen, and you know those other teams going forward, and just try and give you a little bit in pieces as we go through. Okay, so Tiffany here, another corner from Tiff. Free header. Oh, yes, it did go in. Hunter gets it in. Oh, lovely jubbly. I wasn't sure, but the goalkeeper did fluff it. He allowed it to get under his arm here, and we get our second goal against the Hamiltons. Yep, they went in. Goalkeeper just couldn't do it. Hamilton, Academical, find themselves 2-0 down. We are going to make some time-wasting subs. You know what? Going to put Gary McQueen on for Sutherland. Just wait, you know, Joe Hardy's not coming off. Albazuti's just going to get a run for Hunter. Who else hasn't had many games here? Now, Dam's going to come on for Irving. There we go. Yep, I'll get 3 minutes. Why not? Just a run. I don't even know if they'd get their heart rate up. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Yes. So it's not bad from this episode. 1 win and 1 loss. Look at that table. Hey? Top of the pops on goal difference against over Celtic. Oh, yeah, we're going to win the league, guys. We're going to win the league, I'm telling you. Oh, wow. Okay, let's get into the dressing room. I'm just going to team my talk, and we're going to go passion a little bit. Oh, we're just going to go calm. Well done, lads. A good win for us. All right, folks. That is all today. I am Parkera. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new. And comment down below, because as always, I'd love to see those comments and reply. In terms of who is next and what is next, I really don't know. Let's maybe go St. Johnston and then Rangers, I think. At this stage, maybe not. I will figure it out and let you know, because it's only a little bit, you know, there's a long way to go. So we'll probably skip ahead and probably just do, I think we'll skip ahead. We'll skip through September and October at this stage. May come back for the Rangers match as a solo. We'll see. Let me know what you're looking for, because I'm not going to do any more recording tonight. And then we'll probably stick in December and do a couple of a live com here, maybe the Hearts St. Johnston match, and I may even just then do the Rangers Hibs match. We'll see. Let me know down below, and we'll get back to you. All right, folks. I'm Parkera. We'll see you later. Kia kaha.